Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a review on the G.I. Joe Classified Desert Scorpion. And a scorpion. See? So, let's see if I can angle this a little bit better. Not really. Now, you may be wondering why I have two Grim Vipers there. It'll come up in a second. So, I got the Desert Scorpion at Walmart for $25. It's on sale. Really good price. Though, as I get into the review, I have some words for this. So, the Desert Scorpion is like it's an interesting character. When I was a kid, I grew up with Valor versus Venom, and I had the Valor versus Venom Scorpion, which it was like a robot that attached to the back and everything, and all that. It was really cool. It was like one of my favorite figures, but that figure kept breaking. Like I had to get a second one. I had the tan one as well. There was a red one I always wanted as well. It was my favorite figure, but it's one of those figures that I don't have anymore, which is sad. And I almost went with this figure as being my Sig fig, essentially. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because there's problems with this figure. Like, one, this is not copper, that's a gold. Looks nice though. I like it. And his armor is glued onto his body, which I was really disappointed in, because I bought the Grim Viper. So I was going to put this on him and make him into a heavy, because I plan on army building this guy. And everything, because this to y'all, this is y'all. This is my Copper Legion. It's not really what I imagined, but it's pretty close. This is who y'all are. Okay? You're my fans, all five of you. This is who you are. And one of you is the Scorpion. You know who you are. Okay? So, I'm like, yeah, this is you. And I guess you guys could be the Grim Vipers as well. Those are like my goons. My heavy guys. And everything. So, and I already started kit bashing this thing. Like, look at the suppressor on this SMG. Really cool looking. But yeah. So, if this thing goes on sale for $15, I'm buying a bunch of them. Even $20. I think I'm buying two more. Ugh. But yeah, it's... And you can already tell, like, I really like this figure. Plus, it's also my fans, my legionaries, and everything. And it's a deluxe figure, of course. But I do have problems with it. Mostly in that they changed the lore and what he is. I don't like the lore change. And his weapons kind of are bad. And the Scorpion, although it's cool, it's not really like all that it's made out to be. Like, I think the Scorpion would have been better if it was a lot smaller. It doesn't really have as much articulation as you'd think it would. Like, this is not on a joint. This piece right here is not on a joint, so it's not really like stabbing as well. Stinging. Bring me a frog. And all that. And to be honest, I don't think this should have been a deluxe figure. What I think is that because they have this whole removable face and all that. Whoops, I dropped the face. Give me a second. They gave him a removable face mask and gave him a face. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. Because for me, like, troop builders should be very generic. So, unless they gave us a second face, it would have been fine. But the idea is that he's supposed to be like a... what's the term YouTube prefers? He's supposed to be a freedom fighter in the Middle East and everything. You know what I mean? What's the generic term? Like he's Al Qaeda, like Al Qaeda or Al Qaeda and everything. And every man was pleased. Somebody would get that reference. Okay, he's going Durka Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad, and all that. Durka Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Kiss me, kiss me. Oh, Team America was such a good movie. And it kind of, the grenades, it, like, there's jokes with this figure, like with him being Al Qaeda and everything. There are jokes with that. And it doesn't make sense lore wise. Like, why doesn't he have an AK? What, did Cobra give them a bunch of SMGs? And it's a very weird SMG too, because finally getting it for the first time, it's like, this thing doesn't make any sense. I really hate this gun. But I'm going to get to that in a minute. So, because the original lore with the Desert Scorpions is that they were the worst of the worst in Cobra. Like, they just gave everybody problems. Like, imagine a guy, like just a Cobra Trooper, and he's hitting on Baroness in front of Destro. Like, Desert Scorpion. Or like, oh, this guy's attacking civilians, Desert Scorpion. Or, oh, this guy, he wants to start up his coup, Desert Scorpion. Okay, it's like, they were just the troublemakers. So they were made into Desert Scorpions and lived next to the Scorpion to, like, okay, I apologize and everything. I apologize, my friend. But now it's like, oh, it's Al Qaeda, and I'm like, that is boring. That is freaking boring, because that should be its a separate faction. Cobra should not be working with Al Qaeda. They should be fighting Al Qaeda for, like, territory. Which is in the comics, too. Like, Skullbuster freaking messes with those guys on a weekly basis. And everything. So, to y'all, you're just a bunch of misfits. That's how I see y'all, my fans. The misfits. So, let's get on to the most important part. The thing that makes this figure so cool. The cape. Look at that cape. The chicks dig the cape. Okay, you know what? As a fan of capes, I think I should try on your cape. Goons? Restrain him. You, give me your clothes. What at? You, give me your clothes. No! No! Why? Oh yeah. Gentlemen, the chicks dig the cape. Okay? Look at the cape. It adds so much. Is it tan or is it olive green? I can't tell. But, oh yeah, look at that. I'm keeping the cape. Because one, the backpack's actually pretty cool. Stop falling over. I'm gonna have to get the stand for this guy. The Grim Vipers stand better than you, and they have weird legs. And all that. So let's talk about the backpack. Let me give it back to the cape first. So it's very it's like a hood, but the hood part doesn't work, and it's done in a weird way that it creates this like kind of scarf kind of thing going on. So it doesn't really go over the whole body, but I like it. It's like a Mando cape to me. So yeah, I'm keeping it. It kind of gives me ghillie suit vibes. I love the ghillie suit. I love the lore of the ghillie suit and all that. It's great. So, and it just works with. I wish we had more of these for other figures like Slice and Dice. This should have been soft goods. And I like how I always like that French Foreign Legion hat that has the little skirt. There's a name for it. I just don't know what it is. But yeah, let's talk about the backpack. Okay? Stop crying, okay? Just because I took your cape, I know the cape is cool, okay? But it's mine now. Okay? You're in trouble. You hit on the Baroness. Oh. So, that's what you get. You lose your cape privileges. So, the backpack is neat. It has this like cool Predator kind of camera thing, and that's kind of reminiscent of the original, the Valor versus Venom version of the Desert Scorpion, because the Scorpion had little arms like this. They were like cannons, and they had a You could put the claws and stuff on him. So it's kind of, I don't know what it's for though. I assume some kind of radar thing. Maybe it is a cannon. Maybe it does fire from the side. I think it does. But I don't know. I think it is canonically it's a cannon. I mean, it's a camera and all that. And I think it folds all the way. Maybe mine's a bit defective. Yeah, it folds all the way. But even though I like the backpack, I like the look of the. I think these are batteries, maybe. I love that the pole could hook onto it. It's just too thick though, and it's pretty loose on him. Like I actually tried it on the Grim Viper, and it fits a bit better. Like I'll show you on this one specifically because his backpack doesn't work on him without his vest. So I put it on him. It's pretty snug. I think it makes him look a lot scarier too with that extra camera. So yeah. So the backpack, oddly enough, works better on a different figure than on him. So accessory wise, he comes with 2 knives. They're the same knife. But let's be honest, okay, 2 knives that are the same knife, it doesn't matter. Just, it's 2 knives. He's the happiest guy in the world. I gotta tell you, I feel great, guys. 2 knives. So, I think that grip is supposed to be like a cord. I know there's some knives that, and some outdoorsy stuff that come with like some cord wrapped on it. It could be used for like twine or emergencies and all that. But now let's get to the gun. I hate this gun. For one, it's like, what is this thing? I know it's supposed to be based off the original. It didn't come with the suppressor. I got it off my MP5 from Tomac or Zaymont. I can never tell between the two because I'm doing something with the Grim Viper. But what bothers me is like the grip of the gun is just some pistol. Look at it. It's a pistol. And I dropped it. Give me a second. So yeah, it's literally just a pistol attached to this body. Not even properly. And it's like there are conversion kits that you could take a Glock, put it in a thing, and make it into like an SMG looking kind of thing. It's not an SBR, but it functions kind of like one, sort of. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. It really is just a pistol attached to a thing, and I thought maybe, and the bullet would hit the thing, and the magazine. Well, like, how does this work? Where's the mag? This thing came with the Yall Viper, but I'm like, how do the bullets go into this thing? That makes no sense. That I thought if it's an extra one, okay, that's fine. But where did the bullets go in? Do you have, does it make it's too? And what's this thing? Is this a laser sight, or is this what would make sense? Is that this is a helical? It's a type of magazine that's like a round thing that holds 100 bullets essentially, because of how it's designed. Helical. I don't know how you say the name. That would make sense. Might be a laser sight, but that would make more sense for an SMG. And put the scope on the top, and it makes no sense if it is a helical mag. None of this makes sense. So I already started kit bashing it by giving it the suppressor, increasing the barrel length, so now it has a better silhouette. That is something like an AUG looking thing. And I took off the mag because the mag gets in the freaking way of the figure's arm. So it's like, okay, canonically, helical mag. There we go. And now, look how cool that looks. It works perfectly fine. And the coolest part about this figure is that his articulation works well enough that freaking he could hold, and his hands are done properly too. Like he has the actual proper hand articulation. You know how some of them have like hand articulation that goes up and down. No, this one has the side to side one. He could actually hold the weapon as if he's aiming it properly. Look at that. That's cool. That is really cool. He could do that. Other figures can't do that because they mess up the freaking hands. Isn't that like, that's awesome. But it still bothers me. It's like, well, he's a Desert Scorpion and they want the whole Al-Qaeda thing. Wouldn't it be better if they gave him like rifles or an AK, which I don't have an AK. One day I plan on getting it though. I do plan on getting Crimson Guard. Like the Python Patrol one day. But, let's give him the long shot. Look at that. It works. It works so well. He could bend his head slightly. It looks like he's looking down the scope. It works. Plus, it makes more sense for them to have rifles because sand people, you know what I mean? So if you just give him the rifle like this and all that. Another good thing about this figure, I didn't have to put him in the water. Yeah, one of his legs is still tight, but I didn't have to give him a bath. Everything worked fine. So now he's like going. You had the opportunity, Hasbro. You had the opportunity to do the joke, but you didn't. Kiss me, kiss me. For some reason, they gave him the Alley Viper freaking crossbow, but they gave it a string. That's pretty cool. If anything, like just switch them out with if you have an Alley Viper and all that. I just don't know why he has this. It makes no sense. It's just they didn't have to put it in there. It's cool and all, but I'm like, they're in the desert. They have a giant scorpion. They're not climbing up mountains. They're not. I guess if they're insurgents, that's the word I was looking for earlier. Insurgents. Maybe they use this to climb up buildings and everything. But with the Alley Viper, they had a backpack that I believe I remember in the original figure, that it could hold the thing, or it was part of the backpack. I forget. Then they also have these cool Wolverine claws. I actually like these. Like, I would use something like this in real life. And I'm like, okay, but why does he need them? This is a ninja thing. Like a ninja, the Night Creeper should have this. Not him. I don't get it. It's like, what, is he trained to do this? What if he's a Grim Viper who messed up? The Grim Viper don't come with these things. I like the look, though. I really do. I think it's cool. But I'm like, why? I popped my jaw. Is it to make him more like a scorpion? Maybe that's it. And also, when it's Al-Qaeda doing the Mantis style, you know what I mean? But yeah. And so, you know what? Let me try something. Since I took his cape, I wonder, can this cape fit on him? Not bad, actually. I like it. Yeah, I like it. It works pretty well. Kind of gives him more of a Mad Max kind of feel to him, don't you think? Yeah, it's not bad. You know, I think I'll keep them like this. Keep at least one of them, because I plan on getting more. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So that's the problem. Like this, and back to the whole review. So now let's get on to like the reason why I'm kind of Also, it came with this tube thing that connects to the backpack and his ear. I have no idea how this thing is supposed to connect, right? Because it just kept falling off. And let's get to like my problems with the figure now, because everything works for it, like his articulation, all the accessories look good on him. But why give us the alley viper weapons? Like, let's take the lore out of it. Let's take the lore out of the he's supposed to be like an insurgent, or he's a troublemaker or something like that. It's like, I get he's a deluxe figure because he comes with a pet, but why give him all these accessories? If he's a troublemaker, shouldn't he be more scrappy and just have like the bare minimum weapon and his knives? It's also like, the pole makes sense for him to have that, but why give him all these things? He can't hold all of them. He doesn't need all of them. He just needed his gun, his pole, his backpack, and it just bothered me because we're paying $45 for him, and we get all these parts that we don't really need. When it's like, wouldn't he have been like $40, maybe $35 figure if we didn't have all these extra things? And I thought, why? And with the freaking face, it's like, you didn't need to do this because he's a troop builder. A troop builder does not need a face. He just needs his helmet. And I'm like, well, why don't you and I'm like, well, why didn't you make a regular figure of this? Like, we have the deluxe. He comes with the cape. He comes, like, give him painted accessories other than just the pole, and give him the face. And this is the commander. This is the commander of the Desert Scorpions. And he comes with the scorpion. And you release a regular figure who, that's why it's not $30 is because of the freaking animal. It's a deluxe figure, $45. But again, it's like, you release a regular scorpion, that's your troop builder. Okay? And that one doesn't come with that many accessories. It doesn't come with the face thing. It doesn't come with the scorpion. It doesn't come with the cape. They should have done it like that. And obviously we know that if they're going to re-release another Desert Scorpion, it's going to be a different color and all that. So there we go. Hopefully they do it properly and just give us like just a generic soldier and not something specialized like the Grim Viper and all that. So that's really my main gripe. It's like, this should have been just a regular dude and all that. Oh, a retro one would be cool. You just give him the balaclava. But yeah, this should have been just a regular dude and all that, not a deluxe figure. And the scorpion could have just been smaller. Gonna try something real quickly. So the Grim Viper's backpack does work on him. I think a little bit better too. Yeah, the thing still pops off, but it does connect and everything. And to the original concept, the original kid bashing idea I had was to give him the minigun because I wanted a heavy variant, and he can wield it and all that. It doesn't look bad either. It looks a bit small to be wielding it though. Like, I don't think he has the strength to do it, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, now let's talk about the Scorpion. Get over here. So the Scorpion is cool. I think it should have been smaller. It should have been his backpack, like the original. It's very detailed, but I don't know Scorpion anatomy and all that. So it's like, is this like the Black Scorpion, like that old black and white movie? It's like it has a human mouth. He's not as articulated as I thought he would be. So I could, again, that's why I was like, I don't need an army of giant scorpions. Or do I? And all that. I just need the army of figures. And I'll be glad to, like, trade scorpions if people want them. And everything. But I'm like, but still, this is pretty cool. I just wish his arms had, his pincers had more articulation, like they opened up more. But yeah, and I wish his tail articulated better because it's kind of weird that he doesn't and everything. But it's like, you know what? Yeah, I could see my legionaries having some kind of weird giant scorpion thing. I probably would make giant lobsters or crabs if it were up to me because I think they're cool. But like a scorpion is like too much of a risk to have, too much of a liability. You know what I mean? Giant lobsters, not really. We worship a giant lobster, so. But I think I shall name you. I think I shall call him Pinchy. Yeah, his name shall be Pinchy. Why, Pinchy? Why? No. Your meat is delicious. My scorpion. Well, if you didn't make your scorpion taste so good, then Copperhead wouldn't have had to eat him, now would he? Ats. Hey. Ugh. Don't sting, Copperhead. Yes, I bleed gold, okay? That's in the lore. Oh, you're afraid of Copperhead. You're afraid to see what Copperhead is made out of. Ew. See, somebody will get that reference. Okay? I went and spent $5 on this freaking gold Play-Doh just for this one joke. I hope you like it. I hope you get the reference. Man, I love this. Definitely got to use that more later. And all that. But yeah, I was like, the Scorpion is like, it's so, I think it's very mid. Like for deluxe figures, like, okay, yeah, it's a good accessory. But I'm like, it's very detailed. I like my neighbor had a pet scorpion, and she told me like, oh wow, it looks exactly like that scorpion she had. So I was like, you know what, yeah, it's probably because I'm not a scorpion guy. That's probably it. Like if I was, I'll be more praising of it. But yeah, I'm like, it's to me it's kind of mid, but it's like it's still pretty cool. Everything. I don't regret it, but I'm like, yeah, I don't need a bunch of them. You know what I mean? So I'm going to. I would trade them if I knew how to mail a package. I don't think I've ever mailed a package before. All that. But anyway, so in conclusion, for $25, yeah, get him. For full price, don't get him. But he's a cool figure. Everything about him worked out. He stands up decently, but I'm like, everything about him works. Cool cape, cool everything. Part-wise, he's decent. Cool animal. Really cool figure. Cool looking dude. And all that. Just a really terrible army builder. But once he's on sale and he stops being a peg warmer, absolutely worth it. And also, I'm like, again, it's like, just so much stuff that you don't need with him. Just so much, like, one, he needed a better gun. But other than that, he's really like just a solid figure. I would fully recommend him. And all that. You just got to kit bash him a little bit. You got to give him a little bit of better accessories. Give him the other extra stuff, but his stuff is also good for kit bashing anyway. So I'm like, yeah, just a great figure all around. Well, thank you all very much. I hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.